Good evening, beautiful people. I'm on here and not going to be before you long. Give me 1 second. All right. Here we go. Good evening to everybody who is on. I'm trying to get my other camera going. One second. All right. Good evening, everybody who's watching. It's your girl, Kels. It's time for a little talk. If this is one of your first time catching one of my videos, I am a kingdom strategist. So I empower families and strengthen communities by teaching people how to combine kingdom principles with practical strategies. I do this in three steps of personal development, mothers, wives, family development, and community development. So I'm getting on tonight just to have a little moment of transparency. It's been a long day. Shout out. Happy Black History Month. Black women are superheroes. But I want to get on because I don't know about you, but I know for me, God has me in a season of uncertainty. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, right? Where you know that God is calling you to do something that is beyond your scope, right? Beyond what you know you can do within your own right, within your own power. Like it's a season of completely having to let go of control. And I am a person who likes to be organized, who likes to be analytical, who likes to have things just back to back, right? You ready to go, you getting organized. But in this season, God is saying, no, you got to trust me. You got to let go. And I've been in the word, I'm fasting, doing everything I can, right? To deny my flesh, to just go, not be worried about how things look, but just to fulfill the purpose that he has. So while I'm also being vulnerable at this moment, I also want to give encouragement because this isn't just me who's in this season. It's a lot of believers who are in this season. So say you have been doing things, God is calling you to do even more. So it's uncomfortable. It's not based off people who got a whole bunch of money, right? You understand? It's not based off of that. Everybody is being challenged, but the difference is everybody's not going because everybody isn't taking that extra step. And in our fast at my church, one of our pastors, Pastor Jamil, wrote this amazing devotion that has just resonated with me for this whole time. Is talking about how we take territory with boldness. Like when we really understand who we are as daughters of God, that every time we take a step forward, that we have all of heaven backing us up. Like sometimes you got to stop, right? And just put that in perspective. All of heaven is backing me up every time I move. Because when I move, I'm following not just my business coach model, not just what somebody else says, but I'm moving, following what the Holy Spirit told me. So I can't go wrong. Like this is how I talk to myself. And this is how I want you to encourage you to talk to yourself. I can't go wrong. God won't let me fail. He's not going to let me fall. That's not the type of daddy that he is. So when we're walking forward in boldness or whatever it is that God is calling you to do, understand that walking and moving forward with boldness is not necessarily mean that there is absence of fear, right? Absence of uncertainty. But moving with boldness means even in the presence of fear, even in the presence of uncertainty, I am still going to make the choice to do what God's called me to do, right? Do it regardless. It's worth the risk. And this is just a season with everything going on, whether it's the government, it's the politics. We got people who are still recovering from the floods that people aren't talking about as much anymore. I believe in North Carolina, people who lost everything in its fires, people who are losing jobs and the layoffs. It is so much calamity that is taking place. We got to make a choice to stand 10 toes down on this word. So what does that mean? That means I am constantly renewing my mind. I am constantly having to do these things because if not, we gonna fall. Like the enemy wants us to stop. He wants us to be distracted. He wants us to compare yourselves to other people. He wants you not to do what you purpose to do. But each and every one of us has an assignment. We have a task. There is something that we got to do. So sis, while I'm speaking to myself, I am also speaking to you. It's go time. Like, it's time for us to go. And we got to do it in the presence of fear, in the presence of uncertainty, and just follow every step that God gives us. Because why, if not, well, then what are we doing? I refuse to keep or live life in a cycle where some people are just living in the same cycle. I refuse. Not going to be my life. Not going to happen. We got to take that step. We got to move forward. So I just want you to be encouraged. Just your little reminder for the day that it's time to move forward and not let fear hold you back. Don't let fear stop you. That even when fear comes, you just brush it off. I've made my own little personal declarations that I'm putting in place for myself. So when I fear try to arise, I remind myself who I am, that I give the Holy Spirit access to be able to speak to me, to encourage me, to comfort me, and to guide me. So whatever it is that God has for you to do, whatever it might be, whatever the task, whatever the journey, whatever jump that the Holy Spirit is telling you to take. I know we hear it over and over again, but sometimes you just need to hear it one more time. Go. Do it. Jump. I'm jumping along right with you. That is our challenge for the month of February. We just going. We going all in. Whatever we got to do, we gonna do it. Okay. So stay connected to my podcast. We got different things going on. Subscribe to any of the platforms that you're listening to for updates, because it is go time. We about to strengthen families. We about to be working with wives. We got master classes. We got stuff for moms. We got stuff for daughters of God, because guess what? I am going because I know what God sent me here for, and I'm accepting the task, and I'm going to do what it do, baby. All right. Y'all have a good night.